What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. This video is going to show you why I ranked the axes from my top 10 craftable axes the way that I did. And in this video, I'm going to show you where to learn the top 4 axes from that video. Now, if you haven't seen that video, pause this video in the top right-hand corner. You are going to see a link to that top 10 video. Go watch that and then come back to this video. So to start it all off, I'm going to show you where to find the Lemurian axe, and then we're going to do a time to kill on the Bat Demon from the Unnamed City. And a lot of you in the comments said, this axe should be number 1. I'm going to prove whether it should have been number 1 or whether my top 10 was correct. But let's show you where to get this axe. So you need to come out here to the jungle, right here. In that section, that is going to be 6-0, and you just need to interact with this boat. Once you're out here in the sunken city, what you're going to do is just head up these stairs and follow the path. At the end of this path, you are going to see a structure right there. There's the structure. This is a hostile area, so you will need to fight your way through this section of the map. However, I am God mode and cloaked, but there are a few enemies that you have to kill. So you kill him, and then you come up to this altar and interact with this axe. That is going to teach you the ancient Lemurian axe. Once you've learned the ancient Lemurian axe, you can head to your blacksmith bench to craft it. And this guy, without a blacksmith, is going to cost you 25 star metal and a short handle. And if we pull it up, you can see with a blacksmith, it's going to cost you 12 star metal and a short handle. Now, this is one of the weapons that is locked behind level 60 because you cannot make the short handles until you're level 60. You could always have a buddy on the server, maybe a friendly clan, make you short handles if you're under level 60, but if you have to do it on your own, you won't be able to do that until you reach level 60. Now, this is Beastmaster Tamos. This is the thrall that we're going to be using for the time to kill tests today. So let me show you his stats real quick. This is what his stats are. I'm not going to read through them. I'll leave it up there for a moment for you guys to see exactly what he's got going on. Nothing super spectacular. He is in the flawless Hyperborean Slaver, which is going to give him the extra in strength. I am not going to feed him gruel or anything, and I'm not putting any kits on any of these weapons. They are going to be purely vanilla, nothing added to them. So here we go, jumping right into the test with the Ancient Lemurian War Axe with Beastmaster Tamos and the Winged Death Bat from the Unnamed City. Now, something that a lot of you guys brought up was that the Ancient Lemurian Axe was really good in PvP. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree that the fact that the Ancient Lemurian Axe has armor pen on it makes it a really good weapon for PvP. However, when I'm testing this, I have to look at it from every point and every angle and aspect of all the different games. So while it may give you the edge in PvP, there's very little in the PvE realm that is going to require you to have armor pen. Now, right now I want to play a little game, so right after I'm done with this, pause the video and let me know which axe out of the top 4 that I'm going to show here today is going to be the fastest, and is it going to be above or below 10 seconds faster. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're enjoying the Conan content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. You can see we are a minute into this fight, little over a minute, and we are plinking right away at this target. Something that I want to bring to your attention right now is that Beastmaster Tamos has only managed to stack 18, now 19, now 20 bleed onto this target, and we are a minute and a quarter into this fight. That's a really long time to wait to get that status effect stacked. And the reason why that's happening is because those particular status effects don't stack until the last attack is made. So when he's interrupted part of the way through his combo, he doesn't get a chance to stack that bleed. But we are coming up to the end of this fight. You can see the health is plinking right away. Now, the 27 bonus damage that you see coming up on your screen, that is the maximum that he's getting from the 20 bleed that he's applied. And that's going to be the standard debuffs that are applied from all these axes. And there you have 2 minutes 7 seconds time to kill on the Winged Death with the ancient Lemurian axe. Moving on to the Dragonbone axe. In order to get the Dragonbone axe, you are going to need to come down here to the sinkhole. And the sinkhole is right here on H6. Now, you can enter through the arena, which is going to be over by this river that comes up. You can enter and run through here, or if you have an elevator or you can figure out a way down this way, you can just pop right in. Now, I am God mode and cloaked, so it's not going to harm me to come down this way. Once you're in here, you are going to see 2 tablets. The tablet on this side is going to teach you all the Dragonbone recipes. That's the smaller tablet in the room. The other tablet is going to be lore based, and you can read that if you want. Make sure you kill and harvest the undead dragon for the Dragonbone, since you will need dragon horn and Dragonbone for this recipe. And this is what you're going to need in order to craft the Dragonbone War Axe. You will need 1 dragon horn, 10 Dragonbone, and a short handle. So this one, again, is locked behind level 60. Now, if we look at the recipe with a thrall on the blacksmith's bench, you can see it goes down to 5 Dragonbone. Jumping right into testing with Beastmaster Tamos and the Winged Death, this is the Dragonbone Axe. Now, it's important to keep in mind that the Dragonbone Axe is also locked behind level 60 because you have to have that short handle. However, the Dragonbone Axe is really easy to repair and a really decent weapon. And that's part of the reason why it made it into the top 4 weapons. I did have to look at what was easy to craft, easy to maintain, and did have the best time to kill. It's not all about damage sometimes in these videos that I'm putting together. Now, some of you might say, well, Dragonbone and dragon horns are hard to come by. They're not. Just go kill the baby dragons in the unnamed city and harvest them up for the horns and the bones. If you're having issues with the larger dragons because they're sinking into the ground or you just can't handle them, it's not a big deal. Just harvest the baby dragons. Now, the interesting thing to see about this one is, will we have the same amount of bleed stacked in the same amount of time? It looks like we do. Maybe a little bit faster bleed stack this time than we had with the Lemurian axe, but they're still pretty comparable in the amount of time. Now, some of you may be comparing the damage numbers on your screen from the ancient Lemurian axe to the damage numbers on your screen from the Dragonbone axe. And you can see the Dragonbone axe is actually doing about a point damage more per swing than the ancient Lemurian axe was. And it comes down to the fact that the ancient Lemurian axe actually has less damage, and the armor pen just doesn't make up the difference for most targets in PvE. But if we took this over to a PvP setting, we may see much different results. However, when I'm doing this testing, I do have to think about the fact that PvE content exists in all 3 game modes, where PvP content does not exist in all 3 game modes. And here we come up to the end. We are almost there. 86 hit points left, 59, 32, 5, and we end with 204 time to kill. Now, the next one on our list is going to be the Faux Shatter, and if you come up here to 12C, you will find the Outcast Camp. This is the Outcast Camp. You just want to run up from down below. The Mounds of the Dead is over in that direction. But you just want to come up here and learn Ymir from this guy. You just learn Altar of Ymir. Now, this is only necessary if you didn't choose Ymir as your starting religion. If you did choose Ymir, or you've gone up and learned Ymir, what you need to do is get your altar to tier 3. Once your altar is at tier 3, you are going to unlock this recipe. Now, this recipe is not going to have any reduction in cost because the thrall that you add to this does not reduce the cost, but you need 20 star metal, 4 shaped wood, and 50 manifestation of zeal for the Faux Shatter. Now, something to keep in mind is this is a very powerful weapon that you can actually get early on in game, because this is not locked behind any level. You could do this literally at level 1 if you could get all of these items in your inventory and get the altar leveled up. So let's jump into the fight with Beastmaster Tamos and the Winged Death with the Faux Shatter in hand. Now, obviously, the Faux Shatter is not something that you're going to get unlocked at level 1. You will have to put time into leveling up your shrine and also getting the star metal and the things that you need in order to craft this. However, I do believe that someone that actually knows the game pretty well could probably do this by about level 30, maybe 35, somewhere in there. I haven't done any quote-unquote official testing to see what level you would end up if you focused on upgrading that shrine and getting the items that you would need in order to build this particular weapon. But the fact that it's actually available, it's something that can be done before level 60, is the reason why I bumped this up to the number 2 spot in my top 10 video, because anytime you can tech jump or get a weapon that does so much more damage than everything else you can craft at that level, it's a good thing for you. And it's going to give you the edge early on because you're going to be doing more damage with it than anything else you're going to be able to craft at a level below 60. Remember, everything that I've shown so far, the top 3, you have to be level 60. This is the only one out of the entire list that you don't have to be level 60 to craft, and it does the same amount of damage as the other ones that I've shown. Now, I wasn't paying attention to the amount of bleed or how fast that got stacked. It really doesn't matter. Honestly, guys, these all end up very close to each other in terms of how long it takes to kill. And honestly, between the top 4 weapons that I showed you, there aren't any wrong answers. You can craft any one of these and you're going to be happy with the results and the outcome. Now, you probably noticed that I haven't looked at the hit points for my Thrall at all. I don't think that matters in this test. I think the only thing that matters is how long it takes for the bat to reach its demise. So we're rolling into the end of this battle. A couple of seconds left. 206 even is where we ended. Now, in order to learn the Venom infused war axe, you're going to need to come to the unnamed city. So if we open our map, we are right here at the unnamed city. That's going to be D6. And if I look right out there, you can see there's the obelisk. And north of the obelisk, you are going to find this area. Now, this leads to the Library of Esoteric Artifacts. And this is also where you learn the map room. So go talk to that guy, you'll learn the map room. You can also learn the memory of oils from him. But this is the bookshelf that you want to interact with, and the scrolls that you get here are random. Now, I have brought 5 fragments of power with me to trade in just to see what we get. So 1, we got a venom infused sword. 2, essence of rot. 3, battle spatula. And 4, look, we got the venom infused war axe. And we could turn in number 5, but why do that? We got what we wanted anyway. So then all you have to do is click use on that particular item, and that's going to make you learn it. I had one spawned in already, but didn't need it, so that's very cool. Now, keep in mind that those scrolls are random, so this may be one of the harder weapons to obtain because you have to go through a lot of fragments of power to get all the different scrolls that you want. But here's the recipe. It is a 20 star metal, 1 sand beast bile gland, 1 fragment of power, 1 short handle. So again, this one's locked behind level 60. With the Thrall, you can see all it does is reduces the star metal down to 10. And let me show you where to get this bile gland in case you're not sure how to obtain that. So for the bile glands, you want to come out to this area of the map. This is the only place where you can find them, and it is in 5K or 4K. Anywhere along this line is where you're going to go. It is the sand-swept ruins. And if we run up this direction, we're going to find sand beasts. This is the only location where sand beasts are on the map. And there's quite a few of them. There's one here, there's one here, there's one out there, there are 2 up there, there's another 2 that spawn up this direction. So if we run up here, you can see 1 right there. There should be a second one lurking around this area. And then 1 there. There's the other one. He's up here walking around, and then 2 more here. So quite a few of these guys in the area. But all you need to do is come and kill one of those guys. Come prepared because they are quite difficult, and then you can use your favorite harvesting tool on them and you will get a bile gland. It doesn't matter which harvesting tool you use, you only get one bile gland each time. Alright guys, so into testing with this guy, I want you to see how fast he stacks the poison on there. That's 3 poison in under 2 seconds already. Each hit is going to stack that poison. It's going to go up to a total stack of 10. So unlike the bleed that stacks on the last hit, the poison stacks on every single hit. We're already doing an additional 72 points of damage just from poison. That does not have the bleed calculated in it. You'll see the bleed pop up at different points in time. So there was 12 bonus. That's coming from the bleed. So an additional 72 points of damage every second is going to absolutely melt this target. Now, we did have some comments talking about how this only works against live targets, and you're absolutely correct, it does. However, bleed only works against live targets as well. So that's where situational awareness comes in, and you decide not to use an axe and you switch to a mace, because you should always be thinking about what's going to give me my biggest return. So personally, for my playstyle, I don't go against undead targets with an axe. I go against undead targets with a mace because they can be sundered and it's going to give me a better benefit. Now, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and whack that like button. Also, leave me a comment if you enjoy this type of content where I review the top 10 videos that I'm going to be posting and show you the top 4 time to kills from them. That will let me know if I should continue to produce these after making a top 10 video. And I do hope that a bunch of you got the right answer in the comments below. Hopefully you didn't cheat, but either way, I'll be looking at your comments to see what you have to say about this video and how many of you may or may not be right. We're running up to the end of this battle. You can see, man, the bleed and the poison combined is gnarly. There we go, a minute 55. Alright guys, so I know this has been a super long explanation video of my top 10 rankings, but let me break it all down for you. As you can see, the numbers are there on your screen. Number 4, the Ancient Lemurian Axe. Number 3, the Dragonbone Axe. And number 2, the Faux Shatter. Now, you could probably mix these in any order and give them a 2, 3, or 4 ranking for any one of those. So mix them up, jumble them up. It's really hard once you get to the top tier weapons to rank them in any type of order, but I had to do it, so that's the way I did it. Again, the Faux Shatter, I think you can get so early on and isn't capped, isn't locked at level 60, that I think the number 2 spot was deserving for it. And as you can see, the Venom infused war axe, as long as you are going up against a living target, that totally makes sense. With the difference of 9 seconds kill time, you can't say that that is a fluke. That is going to happen every single time you test it. Now, that's all I have for this video, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. There's 2 other videos coming up on your screen. You could choose one of those to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. I'd like to give a big shout out to all my YouTube members. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video.